Can you explain why some people, for instance, older people, men in particular, are more vulnerable than others?
That seems to be largely to do with the level of expression of the receptor that the virus uses to get into cells. So it's the ACE2 protein that's found on the surface of cells in the respiratory tract. And the virus catches onto that and then uses that to pull itself inside the cell. And we know that in children who have mild infections, they're getting infected, but these infections are generally very mild in children. They have quite low levels of ACE2 receptor expression in the respiratory tract, but it increases with age and it's higher in men than in women. And that seems to be the main difference in why men are having infections worse than women and more fatalities. And the other thing is the immune system. As the immune system ages, it's less able to fight off viruses. So as we get older, we don't always have the capability to deal with viruses, particularly if there's a very high viral load at the time of infection. So if we get a high exposure to the virus, it can overwhelm the immune system and mean that we can't fight it off. So there are lots and lots of variables to be taken into account. I'm sure genetics will come into play as well. It seems as though we're seeing some differences in the outcomes in different races, and that could be down to genetics, which is affecting susceptibility to infection in a different way, or possibly affecting the immune response in a different way. And all of that is still to be worked out.
Professor Gilbert, I know you've been working around the clock and working all the time. You've taken time out to talk to us, so thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Much appreciated.
Right, I'll get back to work. Thank you.